Me and my girlfriend, we went house sitting. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. For those of you that don't know what house sitting is when someone pays you to have sex on everything they own. Yes. I don't even know why they pay you, really. My friend's like, I'll give you $50 to watch my house. I'm like, do you own a black light? He's like, no. I'm like, I'll do it.
Tonight on Laughs, it's the future stars of comedy. All the comedians are under 30 years old. Now, here's your host, Alexis Gabrielle.
Welcome to a very special episode of Laughs where every comedian is under 30 years old. To kick it off, we have a guy that you'd never want teaching your kids about the birds and the bees. Here's Vince Royale.
Growing up, my parents weren't around, so I had to learn about the birds and the bees from the older kids. My friend John came by the house when I was 7. He had this dirty movie. He's like, watch this, Vince. This is how babies are made. I'm like, ew. Took 10 guys? I don't want to make babies with my friends. That changes when you get older, though, right? I'm a team player now.
Have something funny to share on Twitter? You could use a carrier pigeon, or you could use #LaughsTV. They both tweet, but only one of them leaves a mess.
I hate people with iPhones. I do, man. Y'all like an arrogant bunch of people. Y'all act like y'all a better race of people or something, man. Y'all just bought a phone. You know better than me. I know a girl who got pictures of her iPhone in her iPhone. Yeah, like I feel like if you got more phone cases than your baby got outfits, something wrong. Like that's just not cool. It's just wrong. And if anybody here on social networks, you know, if you follow somebody with an iPhone, they tweet in something called emoji, so you can't even see what they saying unless you got an iPhone. Yeah, I'm looking down my timeline, it looked like an algebra test when I get up in the morning. All I see is I-39S, box, 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 smiley face. I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't know what this is. This is not a tweet, this is a story problem. Why would you put this up? I'm sweating trying to figure out the variable. I'm like, is this the reciprocal? I don't know. What is pi? 3.14? I just unfollowed him. It made me mad. That's why I hope all you people that got iPhones get to heaven and find out it's Team Android up there. Hope you get to heaven, ain't nothing but galaxies and notebooks floating around up there. You get up there and find out Jesus is a flip phone. That's what I hope you find out. And that you gotta be Snake on a Nokia phone to get into heaven. Y'all remember Snake? And even after all that, they still don't let you into heaven. You like, but Jesus, why? I mean, I prayed, I ate all my vegetables, why I can't get into heaven? He like, I don't know, you should have asked Siri, she's so smart. She might have told you about Adam and Eve and the apple with the bite on it. Look at the back of your phone, my child. I can't let you in here with that.
And now, Young as Hell with Taylor Tomlinson.
I'm still at the point now, like, I'm a very new adult. Like, I'm 21. I'm still at an age, like, I wish I was still a kid, because everything was better when you were a kid. Remember how great that was before you realized anything was wrong with you? You could have had a tooth growing out of your nose. You're like, I'm so pretty. I'm the prettiest warthog in my class. I had a lisp until I was 9, no idea. All of a sudden, my teacher was like, I'm sending you to a speech therapist because I think you're struggling with a speech impediment. I was like, what's a speech impediment? Mrs. Reynolds, am I gonna die? She's like, no, you just pronounce your words a little differently. Like, you say when you should say s. And I was like, look, Mrs. Reynolds, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed if I said instead of Everything was better when you were a kid. Fear was better when you were a kid. You weren't afraid of dumb stuff. You were like, there's a noise in my closet. There's a monster under my bed. And everybody's like, don't worry, that's all in your head. You're an idiot. Roll over, go back to sleep. Then you get older and your fears change. You're like, man, what if I can't pay my rent this month? Or I get into a car accident, or I get cancer. And everybody's like, oh yeah, those are definite possibilities.
I think women should stop trying to have babies after 40. Because 40 is way too many babies. I think that my grandparents think that I'm gay because when they describe me to their friends, they use words like quirky and sensitive and homo. My parents are great though. My parents treat me like a god. They don't believe in me. I visited home recently. Every time I go home, I feel like something has changed, mainly the locks. Outside of my apartment, there's a Marine recruiting center, and every time a man walks past, the Marine out front will say to them, son, have you ever thought about joining the Marines? And then one day I walked past, and he said to me, son, have you ever had any friends who have thought about joining the Marines? A lot of people say that I remind them of Woody Allen. Yeah. Particularly my girlfriend, who's 8.
In his official bio, this guy says he's a pizza lover and a boob man. Let's see where this one goes. Here's Mal Hall.
I think women should come with a warning label like medication. And I saw a commercial that we've all seen. It's a commercial for medication where the side effects of the medication are way worse than whatever the medicine is trying to cure, right? We've all seen this commercial. It's hilarious every time. I had an epiphany that night. I go, that's women, right? Ladies, you're that medication, which is awesome. You're curing something and doing a lot of good. But whether you like to admit it or not, you all come with all these side effects, right? And as men, when we meet you, you don't come with a label. So it's not like, hey, Sharon, and then you turn around, there's a list of ingredients and side effects down your back. No, as men, we have to figure out your side effects on our own, the hard way. And you're very addicting. You haven't been tested by the FDA at all, right? You're just out here changing lives, right? So I think we need a commercial for you, and this is what I've worked out so far, right? We're gonna run this commercial during SportsCenter, the NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever dudes are watching. It's a commercial about women for men. Are you a man and you feel like you're missing something in your life that sports and beer just won't fill the void of? Do you have all kinds of extra money and no idea what to do with it? Isn't it time you talk to your doctor about vagina? Side effects of vagina may include nausea, headaches, back pain, loss of time, loss of decision-making, loss of balls, loss of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, thoughts of suicide, thoughts of homicide. Babies, what the hell, babies? Side effects of vagina may include new eating habits that you hate but you're forced to get used to. Side effects of vagina may include text messages that have no answers, like, do you think my friend Kelly is attractive? Okay. Why are you asking? Yes, I think Kelly's attractive. She's probably the hottest chick I've ever met in my life. Kind of wish I was dating her instead of you, but I can't say that to you. So what I'm gonna say is, who is Kelly? Ask your doctor if vagina's right for you. Don't try vagina. If you're gay, it may become gay at any point. Don't use 2 different vaginas at one time if one of them doesn't know about it, because she'll find out and kill you. And finally, don't use vagina if you're into freedom, independence, or still have dreams. Standing ovation, standing ovation. Yeah.
Use this commercial break to call your mom and wake her up. She hates that. It's Laughs. For your viewing pleasure, welcome back to Laughs.
This comedian carries a kazoo with him everywhere. Bet you $50 he's single. Here's Rob Hayes.
Tell me things I thought we would have by now that we don't have. Like, I thought we would have flying cars. But if flying cars came out today, I'd be pissed off. Because that means it'd be a long time before I'd be able to get a flying car. Like, for me to have a flying car today, I would need flying cars to come out around 1998, 1999. That way I can have a nice quality used flying car. Like, flying cars came out today, it'd just be a bunch of rich jerks in the sky just experimenting. Like, I don't know if you ever been on the highway by yourself, but that's when you decide to try stuff out. That's when you're like, let me see if I can send this whole paragraph. Let me see if I can take off my sweatshirt and not kill anybody. That's the type of stuff they be doing in the sky. Then after that, then girls would just come out the club looking straight up. I'd be like, hey, I'm down here, baby. Like, no, I'm trying to get a baller. All the ballers in the sky, I'm trying to get me a baller. And after that, then the police would get flying cars, and that would suck. Because they would paint the bottom to look like the sky. And then they would just drop down and pull you over. Like, man, I thought it was a nice day. It's definitely not.
She's the first rower to make it on TV since the Winklevoss twins. Here's Delaney Fisher.
I went to buy my uncle a birthday card and noticed that there was no uncle section. So I had to buy a happy birthday dad card and just replace the word dad with uncle. And here's what that sounds like. Uncle on your birthday. Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be called my uncle. You didn't tell me how to live. You lived and let me watch you do it. The greatest gift I've ever received is my friend, and I call him Uncle. Your guiding hand on my shoulder will remain with me in all caps forever. I love you, Uncle. I'm just changing one word, guys. That's it. Dear Uncle, thank you for tucking me in, picking me up, and showing me how. Thank you for teaching me to do things on my own and believing in me when I try. Thank you for hugging me and loving me and doing special things to make me happy. Hope your birthday feels as wonderful as you make me feel every day. It's time to celebrate you, Uncle. So we've discovered why there's no personalized uncle cards out there, right, guys? Creepy stuff. I'm gonna have to give him a blank card that just says, Happy 50th, Uncle Rick. Thanks for being my dad's brother and not touching me.
You can do much more on Facebook than sit at home and look at your ex-girlfriend's page wondering what life would have been like if you'd stayed together. It's also where you can watch stand-up videos at facebook.com/LaughsTVShow. By the way, you're much better off without her.
I also like to imagine my future, like when I have a wedding, I'm gonna have a bridal registry, and it's just gonna be a link to my student loans. It's practical. Very practical. I dated a guy who was deaf, so I had to write everything down for him because I was too lazy to learn sign language because I figured we're in America. You learn my language.
There's nothing else on TV right now. Trust us. Don't change the channel. It's Laughs. Funniest married couple on TV. Here's Alexis and Cody.
Hey everyone, it's Alexis. So usually around Earth Day, I feel a little bit guilty because I'm so bad at recycling. But this year's different. I've been recycling all of our grocery bags so I can reuse them when I go grocery shopping. What are you doing?
Is stacking all of these grocery bags up to the top of our pantry your idea of recycling on Earth Day?
Well, I am trying my very best. You know what? You just sit there for a second. Looks good on you. Here's the sketch of the week.
Hi.
Hi.
I saw you from across the bar, and I think you're really beautiful. Can I buy you a drink?
I'm actually just here with my friend.
Okay. You guys have a good night.
I don't understand why every guy in the city is so creepy.
I know, like, no thanks. I don't want to get raped tonight.
Appletini for the lady.
How'd you know? That's my favorite.
I don't know, Lauren. I guess I just got lucky.
Have we met? Because I feel like I would remember you.
No. Although I am surprised you didn't wear your new red dress tonight.
What?
The red sundress you bought yesterday at American Apparel. You looked really sexy in it. At least you did in the dressing room.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't wear it.
You want to get out of here? You really have no excuse because your period ended on Tuesday.
Would you kill me if I go?
I'll kill you if you don't go. God, he's like perfect.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. Did you see? Ah!
If YouTube's a family, consider us your creepy uncle. Watch all of our episodes at youtube.com/laughstv show and we'll give you a big hug. A big, long hug. An uncomfortably long hug.
I did just move in with my girlfriend, so that's almost over. No, we're in love. We love each other. We love each other, even though we do live together now, so we do fight. We fight about the silliest, we fight about practical stuff and we fight about impractical stuff. Like right now we're fighting about laundry, which makes sense. I'm in charge of laundry, but I don't listen to the instructions of laundry. Like you're not supposed to tie thongs in knots. That's not the proper way. It's weird. We also fight about how I wash my butt in the shower. That's not something I thought I would need to defend in my adult life. But I currently am putting my dukes up over it. It's silly. What she does is dumb. What she does is she puts soap on her hand and then it's just... And then there's water, and then it's done. It's not fun. It's not a game. What I do is I make a game of it. I take the bar of soap, and I like to place it right in between the cheeks. And then I let go. And then it stays there. And then I shampoo while it's there. And then I rinse. And then I condition because I care. And then I rinse one more time. It's still there. And then I give a big old glute squeeze. And then it shoots out either the top or the bottom. And that's how I tell what kind of day I'm gonna have.
Fun fact, comedians live on chicken fingers, Diet Coke, and broken dreams. It's Laughs. Feel free to heckle us from the comfort of your couch.
She originally studied to become a neurosurgeon before becoming a comedian. That's one heck of a fallback plan. Here's Christine Little.
I love seeing like so many beige people in the crowd. Because I'm beige and I live in LA, so what happens is I get told I look like any racially ambiguous celebrity people can think of. I've heard I look like Paula Abdul, the Pussycat Doll chick, The Rock. One of my favorites the other day, this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, has anybody ever told you you look like a Jackson?" And I was like, "Janet?" He said, "No, Michael. You look like Michael Jackson." I know, I think he saw the hurt in my face, and then he was like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. You look like what Michael Jackson was going for."
Gotta be honest, we didn't do much for Earth Day, but we did get you this vine. Vines are earthy.
Remember that you are unique, but not necessarily in a good way.
One of my first times on stage, I was like 16 years old. I got heckled by a cholo wearing an eye patch. How terrifying is that? I was like, wow, bro, you don't just like the Raiders, you are one. My first girlfriend got over there was a Mexican. She was a great girlfriend. I love Mexican women, very beautiful, very passionate. You just gotta be careful though. Guys, never get your heart broken by a Mexican girl because they have so few last names, you'll just be reminded of her everywhere you go. I like being in an interracial relationship because it's like new and exciting, right? It's a stimulating experience when you meet their family. You're learning stuff about a different culture. It's interesting. But when you date another white person, it's just like somebody added a bunch of weirdos to your existing family. I like to play a game every time I visit my Latino girlfriend's house. You guys can do it at home. If you ever visit a Latino or Hispanic household, the game is called Count the Jesuses. Very fun. Right? This would be like Jesus hanging up in the hallway, Jesus throw pillow, Jesus shot glass, Jesus refrigerator magnet, her brother Jesus. There's a statue of Jesus on the front lawn. Bake Jesus into a cake. There's a Jesus shower curtain. And a Jesus tattooed on Grandma's neck. Wow, 15 Jesuses.
From all of us here at Laughs, thanks for watching. Have a good night.